it's Kat. Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be doing this makeup look. It's kind of like a monochromatic, peachy, corally makeup look. I guess I'm gonna have to call it peach or coral, something like that. But anyway, I think it turned out surprisingly super well. My makeup hasn't looked this good since like my wedding day. But yeah, so if you're excited for that, stick around. Obviously you are because you're still here. Anyway, so yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to see more of my videos. And that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Also, let it be said that I cannot put a top bun on the center of my head to save my life. I'm going to be starting off priming my face with something a little out of the ordinary. I kind of wanted to almost shop my stash because I never use this to prime anymore, but from what I remember, it worked really well. And I discovered this when I was kind of researching primers for my wedding makeup. And this is one that Tati Westbrook recommends. It's the Monostat Anti-Chafing Gel. Now the reason this is strange is because it is for intimate areas, underarms, bikini area, that sort of thing. But its main ingredient is dimethicone. And so that is used in a lot of pore filling and blurring primers. So it comes out kind of almost like a gel-like consistency. I'm just going to pop that on my face right now. It looks pretty good, kind of matte, just kind of gives it a soft finish. So, but if you're, wanting a primer that's not a primer, for foundation, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation. This is one that came out earlier this year and people went nuts for it. They were like, this is the foundation to end all foundations. I've really enjoyed it. It's got SPF 25 and it looks like it is a mineral sunscreen in it as well, which is I prefer. I got the shade 420. I guess I got a little bit too excited about my summer tan, and I have a self-tanning lotion that I was I'm gonna use this all summer, and I didn't use it once. I'm gonna apply that using two different things. I have really enjoyed putting on my foundation with a brush at first. This is from Real Techniques. This is their, I don't know, their foundation blending brush that looks like this. And then I'm going to use something a little bit new. This is from Real Techniques as well. They just have really good tools, okay? And this is their Sugar Crush Miracle Complexion Sponge. It was on sale for $2 at Walmart. And so I was like, sure. I hope you can see that it's got a little bit of glitter in it, which is pretty fun to me. I was a little bit concerned at first that it would deposit glitter onto my face. But after dabbing it on my hand a few times, I do not believe that that is going to be the case. So we're just going to try it. Okay, we're going to start off with 2 pumps. I'm just going to kind of sweep it on there like butter. I kind of learned to press my foundation in and then sort of blend it out when I was testing out foundations to use for my wedding makeup. If y'all want to see a video on that, let me know. I'm thinking that I'm going to do that, but if you'd like to see it sooner rather than later, let me know, because it was super fun and I don't mind doing a video on wedding makeup. I'm just going in again with some more coverage with a sponge, and I'm going to kind of tap over my whole face. To me, it looks like a pretty effect, and today is no exception. Gosh, my face looks smooth. I think that primer foundation combo is a good one. So I can see that the foundation is a little bit yellow for my skin tone, especially in this light. My lights are kind of yellow. I'm going to work on it. Just trust me. Just hang in there with me until I get better at this. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work with some concealer. Speaking of which, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I always mix between 2 shades. This one is in light and this one is in fair. I actually am seeing a couple of glitters. I don't know what that's from. It's probably from that sponge. I know what it's from. This was my fault. I'm just going to kind of tap this forward and tap this backward and downward and upward and inward and all aroundward. Now I'm going to prime my lids with the Maybelline Master Prime. It's in the shade Prime and Smooth. It's kind of moderately shimmery. I like it. Okay, so now that that is on, I am going to powder my face. This is my number 7 powder. Oh, call. Taking that. I just take a light layer of powder on the flat part of my sponge, and then I just lightly pat it under my eyes until it leaves kind of a thin layer. And then I take whatever is left over on my sponge and I will like press it into my nose because I have pores there. And I will also press it into these pores right here next to my nose. If you haven't tried it, I guarantee it will. This is what I told the lady at Ulta today. It will change your life forever. And then after I do that, I will go ahead and use whatever is left in my little lid here. And I take a big fluffy brush. This is from Real Techniques. And I just put like a light layer of that on. And then I will like kind of tap it off. That way it's not as heavy of a layer. Just kind of, you know, getting off the excess. And then I will use this to sweep over those areas that haven't been powdered yet. And then I will use kind of what's under my eyes to sweep onto my cheeks. Voila, the face is powdered. Next we're going to move on to bronzing and highlighting and blushing. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Sunset Striptease and the Flower Pots Powder Blush in Peach Primrose and the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in Be My Highlight. So that is all three of those. Here's the bronzer, here's the blush, and then you can barely see it, especially because of this light. It's so warm, but there's the highlight. Since we're doing kind of a monochromatic peachy look, I figured that I would go with kind of stuff that's on the warm side and kind of in keeping with that whole, like, I don't know, peachy beachy theme. Like I said, we are clinging to the dregs of summer. I know it seems ridiculous that I use 5 brushes, but I do. I'm going to just pop. I like to use the edge of my brush at first, and then I'll kind of go in and blend it upwards. You just kind of draw that line that kind of follows your cheekbone up to your ear, and then you just kind of place it there and blend it upwards. Oh, I forgot how pretty this highlight is. It's just so natural. Snatch. Now I'm going to grab my smaller brush, go ahead and put some on there. Go ahead and highlight my little cupid's bow. Oh, I like that. It's so pretty and natural. Snatchural. And then I'm going to take it and put it on my nose, and I like to just highlight the bridge of my nose. And I've learned to come down just kind of on this area of my nose. Once I have kind of like a defined line like that, I have trained myself to grab my little angled brush and my bronzer again, and then I like to go right next to it with my bronzer, and that's kind of the limits of where my bronzer needs to go. That's how thin it needs to go for my nose to look its best. I'm not really changing the shape of my nose, I'm just sort of re-emphasizing what's already there, using whatever is left over on my brush. Okay, I'm going to take my little fluffier brush. I really want this to look very soft today. You know what I want to do today? I think I want to take this up on the temples. I can see it. I'm not like in love with it. It's okay. So I guess you can see my blush a little bit better now. I hope so. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I learned this trick from Lisa Eldridge here on YouTube. This is the Flower Beauty Draw the Line eyebrow color in blonde. So what she does is she goes ahead and brushes the eyebrow hairs directly upwards, and then she will brush them downwards. And I know that sounds like really weird, but trust me, it works. And her reason is that when you move those hairs out of the way in a direction that they're not used to going, it really shows you exactly where the true bald spots are. And so you're not just drawing over hair, you're drawing over the actual bald spot that is shown under the hair. So it gives it a really natural look. I love the way that it makes my brows look, kind of starting in this area. This eyebrow pencil is so soft. I'm using tiny little strokes now, holding the brush very far back. Now that I've gone a little crazy, I'm going to brush it out and it's going to look a lot better. So I like to start in here because that's the part that's scariest. I'm not trying to erase it, I'm just trying to make it smoother and softer looking. Now then, I'm going to brush the hairs upwards. Do you see what like a beautiful effect that gave in the parts that I filled in? Okay, now I'm drawing that line. Whoa. Okay, I felt it getting close. I felt it in the force. Okay, I think I should stop before I get too far. Just very lightly brushing that. Next is some brow gel. This is from NYX. This is their Tinted Brow Mascara. Today I am going to be using the Lemonade Craze palette from Maybelline. I don't believe that I have used this on my channel before, so I'm excited. I have done some Instagram posts with it. If you don't follow me there, please go follow at Wardrobe Walker. I'm also on Twitter, and I just got a TikTok account, but I only made one video, so I actually decided to zoom y'all in, that way you could see what I'm doing. First things first, I'm going in with a fluffy brush to this shade Sherbet, and I'm just going to dust that kind of all over the lids. This is just so that everything blends out. I kind of want like an airy fairy kind of look today. Now I'm going to be taking this little bitty blender brush, it's so tiny, and I'm going to be going into Coral Punch here. And I'm going to put that on the outside of the lid. I don't know how I feel about this palette. I love the layout and I love the colors that are in it, but it's not quite as pigmented as I wanted it to be. And like for $15, I just feel like it should be just a little more pigmented than it is. So I think I'm actually going to take my finger and I'm going to press it in to this outer corner just so that I make sure that I'm getting what I want out of it. Give me that color. Okay, so that's nice. That looks pretty. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side, not even bothering with the tiny brush anymore. Now I'm gonna take my little brush and I'm going to just brush around the edges and try to blend that out. Wow, that is like actively coming off of my lid. Look, I just brushed that whole thing off. That makes me so sad. No! I'm gonna use a more densely packed brush. Nope, that's scraping it off too. Okay, so we're gonna wind up with a really airy look today. Boo. And I think I'm going to go ahead and blend that under my eye as well. I bet ColourPop wouldn't have done this to me. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Citrus. It's kind of a sparkly, like goldish shade, you know? I'm the YouTuber, I get to decide. So I'm going in with this shade. And you can just watch my videos and like and subscribe. I'm going to go into like the center of the lid with this because I got plans for that outer corner. It's not doing anything. In the cold light of day, it's not doing a thing. So I'm going to take a flat brush, I'm going to get in that shade, load it up, and then I'm going to dump some of my setting spray on it. And then I'm going to just swipe it down. Look, see, do you see the difference? Maybe for a drugstore palette, this is why it only costs $15. You know, I'm doing that same thing with the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this shade Sugar Coated. It's like a bronzy coppery shade. And I'm going to use this kind of as my outer corner shade on that like rose gold kind of theme. Nuclear levels of fallout. This eye look is making my eyes look really blue. Wow. Alright, now I've taken my flat brush and I've gone into Strawberry Lemonade. Now I'm going to spritz my brush. Brush it down on my inner corner a little bit. Okay, I'm really kind of liking the way that looks. It looks kind of ethereal and pretty and light, and it's kind of making my eyes pop and look a little bit bigger. I think I'm going to use a nude liner on my waterline, and I'm just going to brush that there. So just go very gently, don't go fast with this at all. Wow, that like opened my eyes up. Now I'm going to go in with my Pure Nude highlighter and use a little pencil brush to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner. Brow bone? It's kind of nice. I'm actually going to grab some of my face powder and dust that under the eyes just to make sure that I don't have any pigment going on there. Alright. Ooh. Now comes the part that always gets me nervous, sharpening my pencil. That's not the part, but this is the NYX Suede Pencil in Stockholm. And I'm just going to line my whole lid. Now I'm taking my L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in Everbloom. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to set my face with my Flower Beauty Seal the Deal setting spray. This mascara is actually one that I've fallen in love with over the last few days. I forgot how much I love tubing mascaras, but this one is from Thrive Cosmetics. This is their Liquid Lash Extensions. I would love, 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 love to try some more of their products. Do you see what that's doing to my eyelashes? Like, it's so pretty. It's like the typical, like, Disney princess eyelashes. It really is. I'm not going to go in with a second coat because I'm planning on doing false eyelashes. Blot my lips. Another layer. For lashes, I'm going to use this one from Ardell. This is their natural lash and it is in 174. I've already used them once, but I cleaned them thoroughly, so don't worry about that. This may take a while. You know what? I'm just gonna put these on and I'll be right back. Alright y'all, here is the completed makeup look. I really like it. I think it's very feminine and soft and fluttery and flirty. But I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and please be looking out for my next video. Okay, bye!